You just need to quit being so grouchy and put a smile on that face. You're married to me. It ain't getting any better than that.
I'm speechless. Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today is another haul video. More of the bin stuff, more of things that I have just been uncovering that I've not shared with you guys. And then I've got to get this stuff moving. So,
You've been processing
look,
a lot, though.
I have been. Look, y'all, it's still a little yellow back here, but I got it cut. I just couldn't stand it.
Mine was a little yellow, too, so I cut the back off of mine.
Yeah. No.
Actually, yeah, I was told yesterday that I'm more bald than I used to be. So,
Based on pictures of when we first got married, yeah. Unfortunately, I think my children have caused a lot of that.
I had a lot of hair, and none of it was gray. Well, there was a few grays, but not many.
Yep.
Now
but 12 years later, and you're old. So.
I am not old.
You are old. Older. Right. Yard sale finds. Robert grabbed these. Converse. I guess they're Chuck Taylors. I don't know. It doesn't say Chuck Taylor, so I won't use that word. But look, they're like platform. How much did you pay?
$1.
$1. And what was the comps you thinking?
I didn't even look them up.
Oh. Alrighty. I'm hoping 20 plus.
It was a pair of Converse in good shape that looked different than regular Converse for $1, so they got bought.
Yep. And then this, you paid up.
Yes, $25.
$25. Y'all, I'd have never even considered it, but look. Air Jordans. I know nothing about sneakers, but look, they've not been worn. They're not even laced up. Here we go. And when you looked them up, what were the comps?
Pre-owned used stuff was $250 or so.
$250. So I guess I'll be having another, what is it? Authentication required listing. Now, on that subject, I've, been doing research because we're getting ready to go on vacation again. I had lots of comments about the time away versus extended handling. And one of the things that I read on eBay, not in Facebook or on the Ethernet, as my dad says, on the internet, if you've got sneakers that require authentication, they do not get covered under the time away. So if you're going to do time away, definitely go read the whole section about time away, because there's several things that do not get covered under time away. And I'm 99% sure that that was one of the things I read. All right. And then I went to a yard sale at one of our CrossFit places. I think I picked up something else, but I don't remember what it was. But I grabbed these. I have a feeling my son might want to read them. Before, he has always liked the Rick Riordan books. I paid a fortune to have them downloaded onto his phone when he was really into reading them. But I paid $3 for these, and I want to say the comps were about $30, $35 for this. So anytime you see box sets of books, definitely check the comps. All right, this is out of a Ben's bag. So I'm like looking through it, and I know Robert likes Far Side, so I'm like, did you buy this for you? All right, so I'll set it aside for him. He said yes. And I'm like, why'd you buy the rest of these? Look, a little book, a little cookbook, coloring book, and then this. And what did you say?
I did. I've never seen those books in my life, except for maybe when I shoved them in the bag after we bought them.
Yeah, well, somehow somebody put their books in our cart, and I just assumed he bought them because they were with this, and I knew this would be something he'd pick up. And he just assumed I added them to the pile of books. So once again, we've got mystery books, which I might go ahead. I say I'm going to color, but I probably won't. But I know a lot of my sisters like doing these types of things. But got to be careful. Watch your cart at the bins, because people will take stuff out. People will put stuff in. Oh, and before I get to the bins bags, I grabbed this the other day. It was $3. She had quite a few of these different types, but I looked this up. Donna Sharp. It's like a crafter's bag. And for now, and it was called the Leslie bag, so it was very, very easy to look up. I want to say it was $20 or $25. There's probably people who disagree with this, but if I buy something at a yard sale, a thrift store, an estate sale, I never say new. Never. I will say used. I don't list anything new unless it's like a puzzle or something that is sealed. And even some of that, I still will say used or whatever, but appears unused, because I just think I don't get virals like people I see on the different Facebook groups that they're getting virals because they list something as new, and then they're getting counterfeit or whatever. And I don't get them when I list everything as used. Everything. And a lot of times I don't have to lower my price. I just say appears unused in my condition, and I still get what everybody else is getting. More Abeka stuff. I just finished listing a huge tote of Abeka, mostly Abeka, homeschool curriculum that we picked up at a yard sale for $40. The listed value, which we know I do sales and I do best offers, but the listed value is almost $800. So definitely keep your eyes out for homeschool curriculum. I think in the last video I said, I think I just listed one of these. And look, here's a second one. So now I'll probably have 3 of them. All right. This is baby starters. It's one of the, I call them my first stalls. I might even use the word lovey just because it's got that texture. And baby starters has a lot of loveys. But probably going to be bread and butter. Spark, Create, Imagine. I tend to pick up a lot of them. This one, I think, what do I call this type of? I can't remember. There was a word, I haven't listed one of these type plush in a while. And I've forgotten what the word is. But it'll be gray and like teal, rattle, elephant. Probably still going to be like $10 to $12. Had to grab this. Little baby rattle. No tag. Hopefully Google Lens will help me figure that out. Squishmallows, but somebody has cut the tag off. Hopefully I'll have something else I can put with it. Another Disney type small one. Otherwise I'll just list it like it is. Look. Get your hands on a Gans. Very cute. Has the dangly legs. Little llama. Bread and butter. Tom's Toys. Cute little pastel rabbit. And look, had to get it. Look, he's holding his own little rabbit stuffed animal. No tag. It kind of sort of looks dandy, maybe to me. Very cute, very clean. Look how cute. It is Fisher Price, $2,000, but it's a little finger puppet with Elmo in an Easter basket. I don't know. I'm hoping $10. Needs a bath, but look. Anytime you see these dangly, like ribbed corduroy looking legs, it's going to be a Scentsy. Look, Scentsy Buddy. No scent pack, so it's not really potent. I'm pretty sure this will wash out really, really easily. I haven't had this one before, so I'm not quite sure. But a lot of them are bread and butter for me. Look. Love, love, love this. It is Baby Snoopy. I'm trying to see if I see a date. But it is, well, it says 1968 United Feature Syndicate, which is UFS. I don't know. I'm hoping $10 to $12 for it. Very old. All right, let's see. This says Help Asheville Bears. I guess that is an organization. 2021. Well, that's kind of... look. I'm thinking...
He's supposed to be an injured bear that's been
yes,
trapped.
He's been put in a trap, y'all. I don't know about this one. I don't know. Oh, that is so sad. That is so sad. That is so sad. It is 1993 Toys R Us Jeffrey Inc. Definitely needs a bath. Maybe I can get the fur to be a little less packed. I don't think it's matted. It's just really, really dirty. I'm hoping $10 to $12. I love finding these, but these are gross also. These are what are called giant microbes. I think I've shown you guys recently a yeast, maybe. Yeast. This is a tick. A giant tick. Yeah. Gross. Probably bread and butter.
Do they have another one that's all like swelled up and full of blood?
I don't think so. But yet they come in. Look them up. Giant microbes plush. There's tons of different ones. All right. This had its tag. It is Green Sprouts Animal Teether. Organic. Just a little elephant with this. I'll probably still take this off and run it through the wash. It's a baby toy. I'm going to run it through the wash.
And how does a tick count as a microbe?
I don't know.
Does he come with like a little Lyme disease microbe?
I think they've branched out into other stuff. It used to be white blood cells and red blood cells and stuff like that, because I have been finding them for years. But yeah, I think it's branching out into other stuff. Now this is going to need a bath, but it is Baby Gund Tucker Hug-a-Buddy. A lovey, satin inside. I don't know, probably 12 plus for it.
It's the shortest neck on a giraffe I've ever seen.
Yeah. Hey, this was pennies, so why not? But it is Russ. Look, it's a little Santa terry cloth bookmark. If you read books, I read on my Kindle, but if you were a book reader, that would be very cute at Christmas for a stocking. Look, needs a bath, of course. This is Dakin, 1983. Somebody asked in my comments on a video, how do I know the dates on tags? A lot of times, like with the vintage plush, almost all of them have a date. So this one has in red writing right there, 1983. A lot of times with like Walmart and Kelly Toy, if you look on the last part of a tag on the back, it'll have, sometimes it's a code, like Walmart will have a WM, something, 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 2019. So I just, over the years, have figured out that that's probably when it was manufactured. Some others, it's just, they don't, newer ones don't have dates on them. You would have to probably have the paper tag that might have a date on it. Don't get stuck on the details. It's not worth trying to figure out when something was manufactured. If it's not readily available to you, just list it and keep going. Too many people think that they need to know the decade or the exact year that something was manufactured. If you have it, you have it. If you don't, just keep going. Don't, move on to the next item. It's not enough to slow you down.
And don't get hung up on finding the exact item as a comp either. Find something, if it looks really special for some reason, then you want to spend a little more time on it, because it could be worth 200 instead of 20. But in the time that you spend looking up, trying to find the exact year and comp for a specific cat that's worth $20, you could have listed 6 more things. Yep.
And I have a Facebook group. You can always go to it to ask for help. Just make sure you tell us what you've done so far. Don't just pick this up out of a bag and say, does anybody know anything about this? Let us know what you've done so far to figure it out.
Absolutely. People are happy to help, but you know, there are things you can do. Google Lens, Facebook, or image search on eBay. A lot of times the Google Lens just gives you an idea of what it is so that you could then punch in eBay those keywords to find that either that exact item or something very similar
Very
to it.
similar. And a lot of times, if you know it's a Dakin cat, but you can't find that specific cat, find out what other Dakin cats are selling for. If you can't figure out the brand, you know, gray cat, 10-inch, see what others are selling. Is it going to be accurate? No. Could you leave money on the table? Maybe. But, you know, it's not worth extended amounts of time.
But if you spend too much time on it, you left money on the table by
not working.
By not listing those other 6 items you could have finished.
Yep. All right. This is one of those candies. It says 50 years peanut celebration. Whitman's. Probably had a little box of chocolate right in there. I still end up making lots sometimes, or just listing them individually for, you know, my bread and butter. There are collectors of Snoopy out there.
Life was like a box of chocolates.
Yep. All right, and then this is Steffens, probably 1990s, 99 or so. What is Yosemite?
Yosemite Sam.
No, it's not Yosemite Sam.
Yukon Jack.
Yukon Jack, that's it. Oh, I just noticed. So no. Vintage plush, it is MTY International. These don't probably hardly ever have a date on them, but you can just tell it's vintage. I don't even put the word vintage in most of my listings. If I have enough keywords, maybe, especially if I don't have a date, but for the most part, somebody who's looking for this is going to be looking for pink dog, you know, satin tie, all of those types of keywords, red ears. That's how they're going to find it if they don't know who the manufacturer is. Probably, I don't know, $12 to $15 for this. This is IKEA. I do really, really well with IKEA. So we're going to pick it up anytime we find it. Some IKEA is bread and butter, and then there are some pieces that sell for quite a bit. I'm assuming $10 or so for this.
There were comps like 5 to 20 for that one.
Yep. I'm guessing about 10. All right, look. I just had in a recent sold. Ooh, she's got something stuck in her hair. In a recent sold, I sold Little Tykes people, dollhouse people, but they went to the Grand Mansion. Totally different. They look a little bit more lifelike, where these are obviously not lifelike looking. But this is one of the older Little Tykes people. When you twist their legs, then they sit. A lot of times, one of the flaws with this was the faces will be really, really faded. Hers is almost pristine. It's right there on her lips. So I might have some more of these listed. If so, I'll just add her to it and bump up the price. I found a bunch of these. There are more of them down in the bag, but I went ahead and grabbed these. They are Daniel Tiger. I've got a couple of lots listed. I'll just probably, and there are probably 3 or 4 of them already. If I have any duplicates and I can add it to another of my lots, that's how I'll do it. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and make, I don't think I have him listed in any of them. So I'll probably just make a lot of these. It's not a whole lot, $10 to $15 for the lots. Think, let's see. Oh yeah, right here. If you ever see that eye, that's Imaginext. The newer stuff has an eye on it. The original ones from like back in the early 2000s when my kids first started collecting them didn't have an eye, but they did have like Mattel or Fisher-Price or something. But this is Imaginext. It is just one of the dinosaurs. Most of them are bread and butter.
Raptor.
Now, I have a small Barbie baby lot going. I think this might be Barbie. I'll Google Lens to make sure. And then I think there's 3 of them. If this one's different, I'll just go ahead and add her to my existing lot. And last, this was intriguing, but didn't have a ball in there. But look, Mickey Jacks, Walt Disney Productions, no date. You know, the fact that the bag still has its string is good. And then some Jacks. Probably not going to be a whole lot, but I'm hoping, you know, $8 to $10 for them.
That's the fact, Jack! That's a fact, Jack!
There you go. All right, another bag or two, and I think I've only got 3 left, but I still have a few bins bags from St. Louis that I'm going to try to get through so that when we come back from our vacation, all of that stuff's going to go out in the building where that stuff was stored, and then wash, rinse, repeat. I'll start pulling some over here, sharing them with you, and then getting them listed. All right, y'all. Get back to work. Bye.